It's Taylor Swift night at Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa, where the 20th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes host the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. Hello, everyone, and welcome courtside. I'm AJ Reese here alongside Jim Hawk legends Aaron Castle and Jerquavia Henderson. And ladies, we have a fun rematch from last year's Southern Utah Triangular, where the Hawks took second behind Southern Utah. They did jump San Jose State. They ended up taking third, but Iowa looking for a rematch here against Southern Utah. What do you guys expect for tonight?
I expect a fearless performance from both teams, if you will. I think both of the teams are now a couple meets in. They have a couple meets under their belt this season, so they're really going to start focusing more on the details, not just on making the routines, but perfecting the routines.
Absolutely. I agree with Aaron. We're going to see some great gymnastics, especially a lot of hype energy, so it's going to be a great night.
It's going to be a great night. Two great gymnastics teams, and we can't say it enough. It's Taylor Swift night. We're going to have so many Taylor Swift references, mostly from those two, but I'll try my best to throw some in as well. But let's take a look at the lineup for tonight. Iowa will start off on the vault while Southern Utah starts off on the bars. Then they'll flip-flop once we get to rotation 2. Then rotation 3, Iowa will start off on the beam. Southern Utah will start off on the floor. Then they'll flip-flop for the final rotation, and then that will be the conclusion. But to start things off, let's take a look at the lineups for Southern Utah on the bars. It'll be Brindley Christensen to lead things off, and Aubrey Schwartz, Alexis Rotsis, Nia Randolph, Isabella Neff, Trista Goodman. Those will be the 6, and then Kendall McGuire will also be going on the bars as an exhibition. Then for Iowa, it'll be Hannah Castillo, Alice Karen Bauer, Avery Chambers, Ava Volpe, Adeline Kenlin, and then Karina Munoz. Obviously, you two have been teammates with them over the last few years. I know, Aaron, it's been a couple of years since you've been in Extreme Arena and competing, but what can you tell us about this Iowa lineup tonight?
Yes, so Ava Volpe, she's one of our freshmen. It looks like Hannah Castillo is about to go, so she's going to lead us off and start off strong. And then we'll see all-arounder Ava Volpe later in the lineup and end off with Karina Munoz. So here goes Hannah. Good block off the table. Chest down a little bit on that landing, but she finished strong. So on vault, what are we looking for, Q, on vault?
On vault, judges are mainly looking for good entry onto the table, good height, good distance from the table, and of course, if they can, a stick position, but mainly chest up, good position all around.
So a nice start for Iowa on the vault. For Southern Utah on the bars, it's Brindley Christensen leading things off.
She has a nice bail to handstand to the low bar. On bars, the judges are looking for tall handstands right on top of the bar, just like that. Long lines and stuck dismounts. Just
Very
like
nice.
that. Oh, takes a little step.
Good finish.
That was a great routine. That's a good lead-off routine. You're looking for the lead-off routine to be super strong and solid so that you can start your lineup off with a hit.
Brindley Christensen coming off a 9.725 at the Triangular last week, where they fell to Utah State and Arizona State. But a nice performance to start things off for Southern Utah. We go back to the vault with Karen Bauer.
That was a beautiful vault.
Very nice. Good block off the table, good distance from the end, and of course a nice celebration to top it off.
She's a little powerhouse. She is. She does really well. And she's new to the Gym Hawks this year, so that was a good vault for Elise.
Karen Bauer going second on the vault. We'll go back to the bars in Southern Utah. It'll be Aubrey Schwartz.
Aubrey Schwartz actually was a club teammate of mine. So I have known her since the club gymnastics days, and it has been a joy to watch her career unfold. She is a 5th year, and just seeing the growth from when she was little till now is amazing. And her bars is beautiful, so get ready for that.
Schwartz's career high is a 9.925. She set back last year. We'll see what she can do here in Coralville, Iowa at Extreme Arena. Again, these two teams faced off last year in the Southern Utah Triangular.
little bit of a wait from the judges. Oh, there's the green flag. She does a hop to a pike Jaeger. Good cast handstand. Beautiful bail to handstand. Aubrey does a unique dismount. And with a stuck landing. That was beautiful.
Great start for Aubrey Schwartz on the bars. After Brindley Christensen started things off with a 9.75, Schwartz follows up with a great performance. So now we go back to the vault. It's Avery Chambers, a sophomore for the Hawkeyes.
And she's doing a full, very nice, good distance from the table and a very good landing.
She stuck that vault cold on Monday at Minnesota, so she is locked in on those landings.
Avery Chambers coming off a 9.8 performance at Minnesota. Her career best is a 9.825, which she actually set last year at the Southern Utah Triangulars. We'll see a lot of career best set over there in that triangular. Very familiar with this lineup. Southern Utah is with Iowa. Southern Utah, a little bit different story. They graduated 7 of their gymnasts. So a whole different lineup for the Thunderbirds this season.
And that's always tough when you lose a big class, but that's why you recruit. That's why you are shaping the underclassmen to take over in the lineups, and it looks like Southern Utah's doing a really good job.
So now for Southern Utah will be Alex Rotzis on the uneven bars. Christensen led things off with a 9.75, still awaiting for Schwartz's numbers to come in.
It looks like Schwartz went 9.75, so we got 2 9.75s.
Starting off with good handstands. Maloney, just a little short on that bail. Now she's going for dismount. Almost got that sick. Nice routine.
So Alex Rotzis off the bars. We'll see what score she gets next time around. Back-to-back 9.75s to start things out for Southern Utah as we head back to the vault for Iowa.
That was beautiful. Oh, she's so cute. Ava is a freshman all-arounder, and coming in as a freshman, it is very hard to compete and contribute on 4 events, and she is just doing a stellar job. She's rock solid. She looks very comfortable out there. So she's been a great addition to the Gym Hawk lineup.
She is a hard worker. She's also, fun fact, one of the biggest Swifties
there you
in
go.
the world. So any fun fact you need to know about Taylor herself, just go ahead and ask Wolfie. She's got you.
She's just an open book. She knows basically a dictionary on Taylor Swift facts and lingo.
Oh, she's got it.
Does she have every lyrics memorized?
Probably.
Probably.
Yes.
Now we head back to the uneven bars for Southern Utah. Christensen and Schwartz went back-to-back with 9.75. And then Rotzis just finished up her uneven bars routine with a 9.7. So now we go to Nia Randolph. So on uneven bars during this little, I don't know what you would call this in-between period between vault and uneven bars, typically it's pretty quick. You're moving pretty fast between each event. But when the judges are going over things and you're about to get on the uneven bars, what's going through your head? What are you thinking about when you're about to go out and do that event?
I mean, it really just depends on the person. I mean, some people can just get in the zone and not have anything going through their head. Some people go through their cues, which are just like little mental notes that, you practice day in and day out at practice. Or some people just like to have fun, be goofy, make silly faces. I know I was one of those kids, so.
Keep it loose. So now Randolph gets things started on her uneven bars.
Looking really solid right now. She did a clear hip chapoche to a bail. Beautiful cast handstand. clear hip immediately to a double layout. That was a great routine for Southern Utah. They're going to like that score.
The big performance by Nia Randolph. We head back to the vault. It's Adeline Kenlin, the All-American.
Yes. She's the veteran for the Hawkeyes. Beautiful full twisting Yurchenko. A little bit of a bobble on that landing. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
We'll see what the judges decide. To start things off, her vault was Castillo with a 9-4. Since then, it's been 9-7-5, 9-7-7-5, and looks like Kenlin's going to get helped off the mat.
That is not what we like to see, especially for a senior who is such a leader on this team. So hopefully everything's okay, but you never want to see that happen to an athlete.
Especially such an important all-arounder for Iowa.
Yes.
Been very consistent in scoring high points in every event. Coming off a 38.5 performance, excuse me, that was Volpe. Kenlin's coming off a 39.275 in the all-around at Minnesota. So hopefully she's all right. As we get back to the uneven bars, it's Isabella Neff.
Good cast handstand. She has beautiful lines. Good leg extension. Great chapache to a bail right to handstand. This is looking like a really good routine. Let's hope she can finish strong. Beautiful cast handstand. Gearing up for a dismount. She has a double layout. Wow. That was pretty darn good.
Nia Randolph just finished her uneven bars with a 9.85, and then Neff follows up with a great performance on the uneven bars for Southern Utah. And Karina Munoz to end things on the vault for the Iowa Hawkeyes, a sophomore.
She's been really working on the stick, so let's see if she can get a stick out of this one. She's been really close the last two meets. Woo! Very good. That was good.
Good distance from the table and definitely a chest up.
A great finish for Munoz to stick the landing. We'll see what the judges decide. For Munoz to close out the vault event. We go back to the uneven bars for Southern Utah. Be Kendall McGuire in an exhibition. As we take a look at the replay for Munoz.
Wow, just a tiny, tiny hop forward.
Almost had the stick.
She's going to get a cold hard stick one of these days. Seen her do it a million times in practice.
Isabella Neff, a 9.85 on the uneven bars. So it'll be Trista Goodman for Southern Utah.
Nice cast handstand. Do a blind change. To a piked Jaeger.
Wow.
Good distance from the bar.
height.
Beautiful pack. Gearing up for this dismount. Hits the last handstand. The blind full. To a double tuck. Little step on the landing, but that was a good routine.
Trista Goodman closes out the uneven bars on the Southern Utah lineup. Looks like she's going to get a pretty big score after that performance. Munoz for Iowa on the vault gets a 9.825. We'll head back to the top with Hannah. First time around a 9.4. See if she can improve on that her second time around. So when you're gearing up for your second attempt on the vault, is you thinking about what you need to improve on from the first, or is it two totally different attempts?
So usually you only get one attempt on vault, but the mentality towards the vault is usually always the same. You're going through your cues and just trying to remember what you do in practice every day. So
there you go. Trying to remember the practice.
Yep, it is. Sometimes, the goal is to translate what you do in the gym to practice. But sometimes, meet day nerves get in the way, that kind of thing. So as you progress through your time as a college gymnast, that's really, really what you're focused on, is making what you're doing in practice show up in competition.
Quality over quantity.
Yes, especially as you get older.
Yes.
So now it'll be Kendall McGuire
Very
for
nice
Southern
handstand.
Utah on exhibition.
So the exhibition routine is designed for maybe someone who's on the edge of a lineup or someone who hasn't competed on the event before. It's an opportunity for that athlete to be in a meet setting and get a judged routine so the coaches can see what they would score and they can gain some confidence, hopefully with a good hit routine like that one. That was good.
Kendall McGuire for Southern Utah. Nice performance. Now close out the uneven bars for Southern Utah. So one full rotation done. And it looks like they're getting ready to clear the mat and get ready to switch sides and head to rotation number 2. So after one, it's the Southern Utah Thunderbirds up 48.95 to the Hawkeyes 48.8.
It's pretty close.
Close after rotation 1. We'll check in and hopefully make sure Adeline Kenlin is all right. When we come back, we'll have rotation number 2 as they switch sides. You're watching Big Ten Gymnastics on Big Ten Plus. Welcome back to Extreme Arena, where the 20th ranked Hawkeyes are battling with Southern Utah after one rotation. Southern Utah leads 48.95 to 48.8. A great performance by Southern Utah on the uneven bars. Christensen win a 9.75, 9.75 for Schwartz, 9.7 for Otsis. Randolph and Neff both win a 9.85, and Goodman win a 9.75 for Iowa. On the vault, a great performance as well. Castillo a 9.4, Karen Bauer a 9.75, Chambers and Volpe each a 9.775, Munoz a 9.825. As we're getting started here right away with, we're about to get started here in just a little bit, 15 seconds. So it's Southern Utah on the vault and Iowa on the uneven bars. A.J. Reister alongside Aaron Castle and Q Henderson. Ladies, what'd you see from that first rotation for Iowa on the vault?
I mean, we saw some pretty strong vaults, a couple mistakes here and there, but nothing that can't easily be fixed transitioning to the next meet.
You're good.
Okay. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Yeah, so going into bars, I was going to be focused on details, landings, handstands, and Southern Utah is going to be focused on height, distance, and landings as well. And that was a good one.
Ellie.
Very good leadoff vault from Southern Utah.
Ellie Kokola for Southern Utah leading things off on the vault. We'll get her results here in a second. We did see Adeline Kenlin get helped off of the mat after her attempt at the vault. She did get taken off for bars, but she's still in the lineup for both the beam and the floor. We'll see if that is still the case after the uneven bars event and after that break. But first, let's take a look at what Iowa's got on the bars. Coming up first is Marissa Rojas.
This is a stellar routine. You're going to see a lot of uniqueness.
Nice Ginger. That's a hard release. Beautiful cast handstand to a bail. A little bit of leg separation on that. So she'll get about a 10th deduction on that. Full twisting double back. Stuck landing.
Wow.
Very good leadoff routine from Marissa Rojas.
Aubrey said that was insane. That was.
A great start for the Hawks and Marissa Rojas. On the other side, on the vault for Southern Utah, it's Nia Randolph.
Nice full twisting Yurchenko from Maya. Just a little bit of a hop forward on the landing, but her chest was up, so that's what you're looking for. She'll just need to get that rotated a little bit more so that she lands more on top.
Ellie Cachola for Southern Utah on the vault received a 9.8. For Iowa on the uneven bar. Still waiting for the results to come in on Rojas. But coming up next is Kaya Vanny for the Hawks.
Kaya exhibitioned at Minnesota last week and had a really good performance, and now she has the opportunity to compete in the lineup and contribute to the team's final score. So this is a big moment for her.
Vanny awaiting the green flag to go on the uneven bars. What is she looking for here specifically for Kaya on the uneven bars to try and follow up her teammate Rojas?
I mean, Kaya is beautiful no matter what she does, so especially hitting those lines, handstands, all transitions, making sure to squeeze nice and tight, and just, of course, having a good finish. But for her, having an all-around, just good performance.
Rojas was given a 9.825 for that spectacular performance. We'll see if Vanny can follow that up with another great performance here for Iowa.
That's a good leadoff score. That's a good score to start the lineup with. Here's the green flag for Kaya. Little short on that first handstand. Nice chaposh to the high bar, to a pack, right back to the low bar. Half pirouette. Gonna try to get a little bit more on top of that, but that wasn't too bad. You have to be within 10 degrees of handstand to get no deduction. Nice double layout. Hop backward, but that was a good routine for Kaya. She looks happy with that performance.
As she should be.
So she follows up her teammate Rojas with another great performance. Rojas again a 9.825. As we head back to the vault for Southern Utah, it's Kennedy McLean.
Just on the white line. So especially with the new rules in place, the judges are looking for gymnasts to stay within those white lines, probably right down the middle if possible, not going out of those bounds.
Just a small deduction for that.
Picholo led things out for Southern Utah with a 9.8, and then Randolph followed up with a 9.825. We'll see what they give McLean. Back to the uneven bar, still awaiting the results for Vanny's performance. Again, Rojas led things out with a 9.825. Then up next will be Ava Volpe for the Hawkeyes. Coming off of the vault, Volpe scored a 9.775. So what does Volpe need to do here to continue her great performance? We've already talked about how she's been great on the all-around as a freshman, coming off a 38.5 in the all-around in Minnesota. What does she need to do here on the uneven bars?
Ava is one of those people that you put in the lineup and you know that they're going to hit. So we just need a nice, solid hit from her. And then, as always, working on those details, making sure that her legs are squeezed together, not separating. The landings are good. The lines are good, that she's right on top of the bar. So we'll see if she can do all of that. And if she does, it'll be a good score. Starting off with a nice cast handstand. Beautiful blind change to a piked Jaeger. Good distance from the bar. Good cast handstands. You can see her legs are squeezing together, and she's squeezing all the way through her toes to point them all the way. Good cast handstand right on top of the bar. Gearing up for a dismount. Nice double layout. That was beautiful. She's a star. She's going to have a great career here at Iowa, and we're excited about it.
The freshman Ava Volpe with a resounding performance on the uneven bars. And a great crowd out here today as we head back to the vault quickly for Southern Utah. Taylor Cole wasting no time.
That was a very unique vault from her. She did a full twist onto the table in a tuck off. A little bobble of the landing, but that's a difficult vault.
Taylor Cole. Performance there, a little bit of a step towards the white line, but just stayed in, following up a 9.8, 9.825, and 9.75 from Pichola, Randolph, and McLean. On the overall score, with Southern Utah leading 88.025 to 68.35. Still waiting for a lot of results to come in on the Iowa side. So that score is a little bit skewed at the moment as we wait for Gianna Masella for the Hawkeyes to get ready for the uneven bars.
Bars takes a little bit longer to judge, so that's why you see this weight happening on the bar routines. Gianna was a great gymnast in their lineup last year, and she's continuing this year to be strong on the bars. She does a blind change to a straddle Jaeger. A little bit close on that catch, and cast it over at a little bit too much swing coming out of that release, so she will be deducted for that. Good bail to handstand. Nice last cast to handstand. Gearing up for this dismount. Double layout, stuck landing.
Gianna Masella sticks the landing. Volpe giving a 9.85. Masella follows up with a great performance on the uneven bars. Scored a 9.825 9.55 on, a 9.825 on the bars against Washington. Right back to the vault, Kayla Pardue for Southern Utah.
And we just saw our first 1.5, so that's a full with just an extra half added onto it. Very nice vault. Little bit of step on the landing, but overall very good.
That's Kayla Pardue for Southern Utah. Back to the uneven bars. Ilka Juk coming up for the University of Iowa. Juk coming in on the uneven bars with a season and career high 9.875. Well, excuse me. Juk season high is a 9.825 at Minnesota. Her career high is a 9.875, which she got against NC State and Temple back last year, February 26th of 2023. And at Minnesota scored a 9.775.
Ilka is also new to the Gym Hawk roster this year, and she has beautiful, beautiful gymnastics. Her lines are textbook, really. Exactly what you want.
Absolutely.
Yana Masela given a 9.3 on the uneven bars, but now it'll be Juk's turn.
Do a chapache.
Very beautiful.
Straight to a pack. A little bit of leg separation on that. Half pirouette right on top of the bar. That was good. Nice pass handstand. Blind full to a double tuck. Little hop. That was a beautiful routine.
That'll score well.
Ilka Juk from Vancouver, Canada. The great performance for the Hawks. Pardue for Southern Utah giving a 9.85 on that vault. Now it'll be Mackenzie Kelly's turn.
Full twist on and a pike off. That's the second time we've seen that vault today, and that is a difficult vault.
Southern Utah looking to hang on to their lead. To get back to the uneven bars is Karina Munoz from East Brunswick, New Jersey. This season on the bars against Washington scored a 9.875, and at Minnesota a 9.75 as we get another look at that last vault.
Step on the landing, and we would probably like to see a little bit more height off of the table, but that'll come as the season goes on for her.
Now we get ready for Munoz on the uneven bars. Has a career high of a 9.9 at Southern Utah last year.
Yes, it was a beautiful routine. See if we can get another one tonight. Good hop. Straight into a pike Jaeger. Nice height. Little short on that handstand. To a pack. She does a pirouette right on top of the bar. As she gets ready for a dismount. Good handstand. She does a unique dismount, so she does a clear hip to a double leg, just a small hop on that dismount. And of course,
She
the
waves.
celebration. Hey, Karina. What's up, Mooney?
Karina Munoz follows up Ilka Juk's 9.8 with another great performance. Munoz named a 2024 All Big Ten gymnast to watch. Anna Hartley for Southern Utah, an exhibition vault.
A little bit low chest on that landing, so you want to get a little bit more height off the table, block all the way through your shoulders so that you can be in a better position when you land.
So that will conclude the second rotation. After two rotations, Southern Utah leading 97-975 to Iowa's 97.3. They'll reset. Iowa will move to the beam and Southern Utah to the floor. Any final thoughts after that second rotation?
Yeah, just a few small errors here and there. Obviously, Gianna she cast it over, so that was did some deduction. Had a few hops on the landings. So as we move into beam and floor, those are really strong events for Iowa. And they'll be looking to have some high scores there to kind of make up the difference.
Yes, and I mean, for both teams, it's not about how, you start. It's about how you finish. So it's only the second event going into the third. So we're still looking for great routines, great performances from both, and we'll just see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Shake it off. The previous mistakes. Shake it off.
Move on to the next.
Shake it off. It is Taylor Swift night, and it looks like Hawkeye fans are out in abundance in their Jim Hawk era. We'll get ready for the third rotation coming up. Iowa on the beam, Southern Utah on the floor, right here on Big Ten Plus. Welcome back to Extreme Arena for Taylor Swift night. And it's the 20th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes hosting the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. AJ Reeser alongside Aaron Castle and Q Henderson. After two rotations, ladies, we've seen a lot of scoring. Southern Utah 97-975, leading 2/10 to Iowa 97.775. Iowa will be on the beam to start off rotation 3. Southern Utah will be on their floor routine. I'll ask first about the floor. What goes into a floor routine? Because you also have, well, for beam as well, you have to pick a song, do a little bit of choreography for that. What goes into picking a song and putting together a nice routine?
For floor?
Yeah, for floor. We'll start with floor.
Okay. So coach kind of helps you pick out your routine based off of your personality. Some people's are super dramatic and intense, and some people's are super happy and bubbly. And so it kind of just depends on the athlete's personality and how they're going to best perform.
What was your favorite routine to do? What was your song? What was your walkthrough? What was your routine?
So my routine the first 3 years was tequila.
Awesome.
And the last year
that's awesome.
Was Fireball. And don't read into that, please.
Are you sure there wasn't a theme?
It was all for fun.
Does that actively describe your personality as well?
If that means like happy, fun, excited, bubbly, so. Then yes. Yes.
Absolutely, and it was a joy watching those routines. If either one of those came on right now, I could go out on the floor and do your whole routine because they absolutely were my favorites.
Well, that's part of the whole deal with the floor routines, that you learn each other's routines and you do it on the side, right?
Yes, and you'll see a lot of that today.
But each athlete also, when it's a home competition, gets to pick a beam song. And that kind of just helps them get centered, feel calm while they're up on the beam. You see Ava now doing a solid handspring layout series. You would not know she's a freshman. She is so solid. Very confident.
Yes, and as you can hear, there is some Taylor Swift going on in the background.
Yes. You said she was a Swiftie.
Yes. Very beautiful.
Nice front aerial. Jessa Hansen came into this program my senior year, and she has done just wonderful things with this beam lineup. She trains them so well and helps them be so confident as they enter every competition. That was a good routine for Ava.
Yes, and as we said earlier, that leadoff position is very important. It's the one that, you know, sets the tone for everything else.
Ava Volpe, when looking at her season stats this season on the beam, against Washington scored a 9.775, and then at Minnesota 9.825. Good for a career best on the beam for the young freshman. We'll see what the judges say after that beam routine for Volpe. As we move to the floor for Southern Utah, as they make sure they get their music right for Alyssa Fernandez. This will be her first event today for the Thunderbirds.
Here we go.
Fernandez is a freshman from Litchfield Park, Arizona, was a 2022 national qualifier, a 5-time regional qualifier, was also the 21-22 Arizona beam champion. Getting a chance here for a floor routine.
Round off back handspring double tuck. Great landing for her. So on floor, you actually get to take a lunge on your landing. All the other events on the landings, you want to make sure you're not moving your feet, but on floor, you do get one lunge forward or backward. If you're doing a back tumbling pass, you want that lunge to be backward. If you're doing a forward tumbling pass, you want that lunge to be forward.
Definitely seeing some personality shine through in this routine.
Nice 1.5 to front layout. A little bit of bent knees on that layout, so she'll want to try to extend those more so as not to get a deduction.
As you'll see, she has a 3-pass tumbling routine, so you can either do 3 passes or you can do 2, depending on the difficulty.
Nice, Rudy. 1.5 twists. And that was a great routine for her.
Alyssa Fernandez leads things off for Southern Utah on the floor routines. Again, a state champion on the beam. We will see her on the beam later on. Ava Volpe given a 9.75 on the balance beam for Iowa to start things off. And it'll be Alexa Ebling up next for the Hawks.
Such a beautiful beam worker she is. Very consistent.
She has grown so much since she got here as a freshman. She actually just got a scholarship for this year, which is so well deserved. Beautiful handspring layout.
A little bit of a balance check there. Nice full turn. She's got a skill-packed routine. Nice
Good.
aerial.
Switch leap to split jump. Split 3/4. So on beam and on floor, when we're looking at leaps, we want them to be flat. We want them to be 180 degrees or more to get no deduction. New dismount for her this week. Hop forward, but that's a new addition to her routine, and she did it nicely.
There's Alexa Ebling from Adele, Iowa, junior this season. Against Washington, scored a 9.875. Good for a career best. And a great performance there on the beams as we go back to Southern Utah. It was Alyssa Fernandez who scored a 9-8 on the floor to open things up. Now it's Ellie Cachola.
Opens up with a nice round up back handspring double tuck. Second pass, she has a front full front pike. Every gymnast has to have a 2 salto pass where they're flipping and twisting twice in the same pass.
A little wink to the judges there.
Judges love that.
As you can see, her teammates are also getting into the routine. Going for a third pass. Front Rudy. Nice routine.
Cachola, a junior from Owasso, Oklahoma, recorded a career high 9.925 on the beam and a career high 9.875 on the floor against Iowa and San Jose State last year, and followed up her teammate Fernandez with a great floor routine for Southern Utah. As we go back to the balance beam for Ilka Juk.
Now we see a triple flight series. Beautiful.
Solid.
Ilka is a great beam worker.
Talk about a skill-packed routine. She
Yes.
has just about every skill. This
Every
girl
skill
can
you
do
could
just
think of.
about every skill you could think of. She has to pick which one she wants to put in the routine.
So you can see her lines are absolutely gorgeous.
Very flexible.
And she works the beam definitely with end to end. Little flirting with the judges. Nice full turn. And here's a unique skill for you.
The full twisting back handspring.
Wow.
So solid.
Absolutely gorgeous. And she knows it too. Gearing up for this final skill, her dismount. Absolutely gorgeous. And I know she's happy with that.
That's the best
Beautiful.
routine I've seen her do this year. That was beautiful.
Ilka Juk sticks to the landing, scored a 9.8 on the uneven bars. Her season high on the beam was a 9.525 against Washington. Her career best was a 9.975 against Pitt last March. We'll see what the judges decide. Alexa Ebling scored a 9.7 for Iowa for the last beam routine before Juk. As we go back to the floor with Southern Utah, it's Brindley Christensen.
Opening pass with a double tuck, a little bit of stumble step on the landing. Second pass, 1.5 to a layout.
That was beautiful. This is an intense routine. We're talking about personality and music. This is intense.
Very.
Gearing up for her last pass. She does a front Rudy. That was a good landing. Nice tall chest. Controlled. Good routine for her.
Christensen, a freshman from South Jordan, Utah. One of her previous bests on the floor is a 9.65. We'll see what the judges decide. A three-time national qualifier 2023 State of Utah Beam Champion and 2023 Region 1 Vault Champion. Juck, a 9-9 on the balance beam.
So deserved.
Very beautiful.
A great score for Ilka Juck. Now it's Marissa Rojas for the Hawkeyes up next.
Doing beam to her favorite song. Also just such a hard worker.
Such a hard worker.
She's going for first pass, flight series, back handspring, layout. Oh, a little bit of a balance check.
Good job saving that one.
You see her teammates getting into her routine as well. And switch leap, straight into a split jump. Very confident dance. Just getting ready for her dismount.
Gainer full.
Hop
back.
hop. Overall, good routine from Marissa.
Rojas, a junior out of Canton, Michigan. Previous score against Michigan, against Washington on the beam was a 9.825. Her career best on the beam was a 9.925 at Michigan State in 2022. Back to the floor with Southern Utah. This time it's Taylor Gull.
Nice double pike. A little bit of a large lunge, but she had a lot of power on that.
Much amplitude.
Gull, a junior out of Spanish Fork, Utah, recorded a career high 9.9 on the floor at BYU a season ago.
Nice 1.5 to a Branny to a split jump.
That's a unique pass.
That was fun.
Don't really see many of those. A little bit short on that rotation. Gearing up for her last pass.
Not enough back handspring double tuck. Good control on that landing. That was a good
Confident
finish.
It's a good routine for Southern Utah.
Taylor Gull, the fourth Thunderbird to go on her floor routine. 2 to go. Rojas awarded a 9.625 on her balance beam performance. Now it's Karina Munoz up next for the Hawks.
Karina's also just such a strong performer on all events. Very beautiful.
Beautiful leap pass.
She's switch half to split jump. Some fun dance. Beautiful full turn. Lots of confidence in this routine.
She is a confident girl. She's a performer.
Going for her series.
Huge handspring layout. When she goes up that high, it's hard to bring it back down to the beam. Going up for her dismount. She does back handspring gainer full, stuck landing.
Chest up, absolutely gorgeous. And of course, a great finish.
Munoz sticks to the landing. Her last time on the beam was at Minnesota, where she scored a 9.9. Matches her career best set back at Southern Utah last year. So we'll see what the judges decide on that beam routine. Back to the floor, it's Nia Randolph for Southern Utah.
Oh, wow, she does a double layout with a little bit of a split in between there. Wow.
That was huge.
Very unique. This one's a fun routine. Definitely a lot of personality shining through on this
I like
one.
this. This is good.
Beautiful leaps, a little short on that one. Oh,
She's
her and her
having
teammates
fun.
are having a great time.
All right. Front tuck step out, round off back handspring, double tuck. Wow.
What an amazing routine. That is a good routine.
That was good.
Nia Randolph, a freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada, was a 7-time Nevada State event champion and 2022 National Vault champion.
Wow, a
as
freshman.
Well. A freshman.
That is absolutely amazing.
Looking confident out on her floor routine, looking loose as well.
She's going to do big things in her career.
Very big. Emphasis on big.
So now it'll be Aubrey Nick for Iowa after Munoz puts up a 9.775 on the balance beam.
That pass was crazy.
It's going to be playing in my head over and over again.
Yeah, now we got Aubrey Nick. She was a freshman when I was a senior. Oh, shoot. This is her first time in the lineup this year. She's usually very solid. Just was a little bit off on that series.
Getting back into the rhythm of things.
We did see Adeline Kenlin get scratched from the beam event. Yes. She still is on the lineup for 4, but we'll see if that comes to fruition.
Her dismount. She has one of the most beautiful dismounts.
Round off 1.5. Hop back, but still good finish.
Whenever a fall happens, you kind of just gotta reset, get back up on the beam, and try to do your routine to the best of your ability going forward and minimize as many deductions as you can.
That was Aubrey Nick's first appearance in the lineup, like you said. We'll see what the judges decide after that bounce beam performance as we head back to the floor for Southern Utah. Randolph, who we just saw, a 9.875 was her score. Now it's Kayla Pardue.
Going into our first pass is a round off double tuck, no back handspring. Wow, going straight into her second pass.
Front layout, front full. Beautiful.
Judges are also watching those leap passes to make sure that they're getting all the way around to minimize deductions. Going into her third pass.
Round off double pike.
Very nice landing.
She's a no back handspring girl. I was a no back handspring girl.
This is true.
Sometimes it's just better.
You stick up for your decisions.
It's fair.
You don't have to do a back handspring. So usually when you're learning a double back, you do a round off back handspring double back because it kind of helps you generate more power. But sometimes it's easier for an athlete to take out the back handspring and just do round off double back.
Yes.
It's worth the same.
And you were good at it. You were good at it.
That was Kayla Pardue, who just finished up her floor routine, a sophomore out of Golden, Colorado. Was named Vault Specialist of the Week 3 times last season and scored a career high on the vault 9.9. Her top score on the floor is a 9.6 at the 2022 Nationals. That wraps up our third rotation as we await the final score from Kayla Pardue, a 9.825 for Kayla Pardue. And that officially wraps up the third rotation. So after 3, Southern Utah leading 147.1 to 146.52. It'll come down to the final rotation. Hawkeyes on the floor routine and Southern Utah on the beam. When we come back, we'll close out this duel here at Extreme Arena. You're watching Big Ten Gymnastics on Big Ten Plus. We're ready for the fourth and final rotation of the duel today between the 20th ranked Hawkeyes and the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. I'm AJ Reister alongside Aaron Castle and Q Henderson. Ladies, we got one more rotation to go. Southern Utah leading 147.1 to 146.525, but it's the event that the fans are most excited for, the one that fans come out to watch, and it's the floor routine.
Yes, Iowa Gymnastics and their floor routines is always a treat. I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling 22. I'm feeling like I'm ready to watch some Gym Hawk floor routines.
Well, Aaron, I am 22, and I'm ready. I am absolutely ready to watch some fantastic floor routines.
Did we plan that before we came back? Absolutely not.
Yeah, we may have talked about it a little bit.
Maybe just a little bit. It is Taylor Swift night here at Extreme Arena. We're all for the references. It's been a great performance by both of these squads tonight. As we take a look at the floor routine, getting ready for the Iowa Hawkeyes, it'll be Ava Volpe, Alexa Ebling, Alice Karenbar, Emily Erb, Hannah Castillo, and Bailey Libby. And then on the other side for Southern Utah on the beam, it's going to be Alyssa Fernandez, Kennedy McLean, Allie Cachola, Nia Randolph, Allie Go2, and Aubrey Schwartz. Isabella Neff and Anna Hartley will also be going as exhibition. But we'll start on the balance beam for Southern Utah with Alyssa Fernandez. Today she, on the floor routine, scored a 9.8. Looking to back that up with a great beam performance here.
So when you're away, you don't get to pick your theme songs. However, they get some Taylor Swift tonight, sounds like. So
doesn't sound like too terrible of a situation to be in.
that was an awesome series. She just side aerial back handspring. That's a very difficult acro series. Front toss, rock solid. There's a beat jump to a split 3/4. Split could have been a little bigger there. She'll do a side aerial 1.5. Little step, but that's a blind landing. That was a great start to their beam rotation.
Alyssa Fernandez leads things off for Southern Utah. Hawkeyes are ready for their floor routine. Leading things off, it'll be Ava Volpe.
This is a fun routine. I'm excited about it.
Ava Volpe coming off a 9.75 on the balance beam. On bars went 9.85, and on the vault scored a 9.775, looking to close things out in the all-around.
She's so focused, and then she goes to floor, and she's so fun. You can see the personality come out. Front layout, front Rudy, beautiful landing.
Volpe coming off a 9.75 performance at Minnesota. Now we see her Hawkeye teammates doing the routine with her on the side. What is that? I'm assuming you all practice the routine in practice alongside her.
I mean, when you spend every single day with your teammates, 4+ hours in the gym, 5-6 days a week, I mean, it's kind of hard not to
know their
just
routines.
dance when they're dancing, doing all the things with them. And I mean, it is a good way to just interact with each other and just have fun.
Boost the morale.
Yes. I mean, not only does it get them excited, it gets the person who's on the floor doing their routine excited as well.
She landed a little bit short on that last pass, but that was a solid routine. Now we'll go to beam.
Back to the beam, it's Kennedy McLean after Alyssa Fernandez scored a 9.775.
Nice front toss to a back handspring.
Beautiful.
That's a difficult acro series to connect. She did it very well. Straddle jump, straddle quarter. Good splits there.
Another front toss from Pike. A little bit of a wobble on that full turn. Dismount gainer full and stuck. Very nice.
That was a beautiful routine. 2 good routines for Southern Utah to start off their beam lineup.
Fernandez a 9.775 to start things off. Katie McLean follows that up. We'll see what the judges give her. McLean, a sophomore out of South Jordan, Utah. Her sister was actually on the team last year, one of those 7 graduates that they lost from last year to this season. And now we go to Iowa's next floor routine with Alexa Ebling.
Alexa is new to the floor lineup this year, and she has done a great job the first 2 meets. She's been really working on controlling her landings, so we'll see if she can do that in this routine.
There's just such a story with this routine. It's absolutely amazing to watch. A huge double pike and amazing with the landing. Now it's time for some fun in between. Switch ring.
Her artistry is just so pretty.
Getting ready for her second pass. Round off 1.5 front pike. Good on that landing too. And you see her teammates getting into it. Lex is one of those people that has 3 passes in her floor routine.
Gearing up for her last pass. On off back handspring double tuck. Wow.
Amazing.
That might be the best floor routine I've seen her do.
And you can see she's very
She's
happy
so
with her
happy.
performance. Very good
Aw.
performance from Lex.
I have chills. That is so sweet.
Alexa Ebling with a great floor routine coming on a 9.75 against Washington to open up the season. And a great finish to her floor routine.
Wow, just look at that landing.
Chest was up.
Beautiful.
She's happy with that one. And so is Larissa.
A great birthday present from Alexa Ebling.
Hugs from LL after a good routine. The best.
McLean scored a 9.825 for Southern Utah on the bounce beam. Now it's Ellie Cachola up next for the Thunderbirds.
Switch leap, split jump. Back layout, beat jump.
Wow,
That was a good combo.
talk about some connections.
Back handspring, back layout.
Very nice. Tour dismount. Round off 1.5. Big step, but still good a routine.
Cachola career high 9.925 on the beam against Utah State last season. See what the judges decide there.
Another look at that dismount. That was a fairly big step, so that'll probably be about 2 or 3 tenths. If you do a little hop, it's usually like half a tenth. bigger hop is a 10th, and a huge step or hop is about 3/10.
Now up next for Iowa on the floor routines, Elise Karenbauer. Ebling was given a 9.8 on her last floor routine.
This is also a powerhouse routine. She's so fun to watch. And she's only a freshman. So we've got some big potential here. First pass is a full in, chest down, a little bit of a step. She's definitely got a big personality.
Nice leaps. Bringing up for her last pass. Front tuck, step out, round off back handspring, double tuck. Beautiful landing.
Good pop out. Look at that, a huge smile. Very good routine from Elise.
Great finish by Elise Karenbauer, the freshman out of Mercer, Pennsylvania. Her first time in a floor routine in her career. And a great routine at that to follow up her teammate Ebling. So now for Southern Utah, it's Nia Randolph. We saw her have a great performance on the floor, a 9.875. Becchiola, a 9.825 last time out for Southern Utah. Now it's Randolph.
Nice front toss beat jump. Round off, 1.5, stuck landing.
Very nice.
Wow.
Good routine from Randolph.
Nia Randolph having an incredible day today. Again, a 9.875 on the floor routine, a 9.85 on the uneven bars. We'll see what her score is on the balance beam. Now we head back to the floor for the Hawkeyes. It'll be Emily Erb.
She is fun to watch on floor. She is powerful.
Yes.
And she has done really well these last couple of meets.
Scored a career high 9.875 against Washington to open up the season back on January 12th. Karenbauer a 9.875 for Iowa.
For her first pass. Round off back handspring, huge double pike.
Wow.
And a
Beautiful.
controlled landing. That was good. Good leaves.
And here we go for this pass. It's got a lot of height.
1.5 front
Wow.
full. That is a very difficult combination pass. A lot of people you will see do a 1.5 layout, and she adds a full twist to the second flip.
A little bit of trouble on that landing, but overall very good routine.
It's been good to see her in the floor lineup this year.
That was Emily Erb, a sophomore out of Flemington, New Jersey. A nice floor routine for Iowa in the 4 spot. Now we go back to the balance beam in Southern Utah's Allie Coutu.
Acro series, back handspring, layout step out.
Sheep jump. On a sheep jump, you actually throw your head back and lose sight of the beam, which is very difficult to when your head comes back to center to kind of know what's going on, but she did that really well.
Got to get back in focus real fast.
Yeah.
Pitch kick to side aerial, and unfortunately a fall.
A little bit off.
Dismount, gainer full, almost a stick, slight hop back.
Aside from that fall, it was a very solid routine.
Allie, a senior out of Plano, Texas, recorded a 9-2 on bars against Boise State. Her top score on the beam was a 9-7 back in 2018.
And on floor we have Hannah Castillo. This routine is absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful. She is a beautiful athlete. Her dance is so polished.
Her performance is just flawless.
A 9.875 at Minnesota a week ago. A career high 9.925 against Michigan State last season.
Going for her first pass. Front through to a double pike.
Stuck.
And stuck. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous.
This is going to be good.
And beautiful dance, of course. Going for her leaps. All the way around. Hannah's got a big personality too, and it definitely shows in this routine.
She's got some sass.
Oh yeah. Going for her second pass.
Round up back handspring double tuck. Chest down a little bit on that landing, but oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but I'm enchanted by that performance.
Yes, absolutely. That was beautiful. Very good job from Hannah.
We'll see what the judges decide on Castillo's great floor performance there. Allie was given a 9-1 on that balance beam routine. That fall certainly hurt her score. It'll be Aubrey Schwartz for Southern Utah to close off the balance beam.
Aubrey's going to do a back handspring, back layout, step out. Super solid. She looks so happy to be up there right now. A lot of times when you're on beam, you're very serious because you're so focused, and she just looks like she's having fun. She's good. Beat jump. Standing layout. Off a little bit on that. She'll try to finish this routine strong with as little deduction as possible. She does a sheep jump as well, and that was beautiful. Gainer full, dismount, stuck.
Very nice routine.
Very nice routine aside from that fall. So now Southern Utah will have to count a fall on beam.
Castillo was given a 9-8 on her floor routine. And with those two falls, score comes a lot closer as we head into the final floor routine with Bailey Libby.
Bailey Libby, Larissa, Coach Larissa's daughter. This is a beautiful routine. She opens up with a front handspring, front double full. That is an E tumbling pass.
Scored a 9.875 to open up the season against Washington.
Bailey is also one of those girls that is just so good at her dance. She's so fun to watch. She's a beautiful dancer and a beautiful gymnast on the floor. She'll go into her second pass, round off 1.5, beautiful front layout. When you do that tumbling pass, you really want to see the second flip go up, and that's exactly what she did. Nice switch ring, switch half. We'll end with some fun.
Aubrey Schwartz officially a 9.125 on her balance beam routine, which the final score for Southern Utah will come out as a 195.425.
Bailey finishes with a front 1.5 twist. She's going to be happy with that one. Big hug from assistant coach Rachel.
So great performance by Bailey Libby to close out the scores for Iowa. We'll see what the final score is. And it looks like with that, Iowa could pull away with the victory over Southern Utah.
That would be a comeback for sure. It's always hard to end on beam.
A 9-9 for Bailey Libby. That is going to be a new career best for the sophomore. And the Hawkeyes will conclude tonight with a score of 195.65.
Wow.
To Southern Utah's 195.425.
Nice exhibition routine.
That's Isabella Neff for Southern Utah. They'll have one more exhibition on the balance beam. It'll be Anna Hartley. Looks like the Hawkeyes will complete the comeback, 195.65 to 195.425. We're trailing after 3 rotations, but a great floor routine and a couple of falls from Southern Utah on the balance beam. It looks like Iowa will escape with a victory.
It's not over until it's over.
Not over till it's over.
And it is. It's hard to end on beam. And for the Hawkeyes, floor is their strongest event. So to finish strong on their best event when they were behind the entire meet, I think is a big testament to this team and their resilience. Obviously, we had an injury from Adeline Kenlin in the very first event, and she was in all 4 events. So obviously, well wishes to her, but this team fought the entire meet to come back and get that win for her, get that win for Larissa on her birthday, and walk away with the dub.
Adeline Kedlin came out on crutches after 3 rotations to watch the floor routine, so wishing her a quick recovery. But the Hawkeyes complete the comeback on Larissa Libby's birthday, 195.65 to 195.425, the final score. Any final thoughts from you two?
I mean, this was just so much fun to watch. I mean, it's always great being in an arena, always so much hype energy, and it's just absolutely amazing, especially to get a Hawkeye win.
I agree.
A great win for the Hawkeyes. They now improve to 2-1 on the regular season, and they will next travel to Michigan State to battle with the 14th ranked Spartans on Sunday. So from all of us here at Big Ten Plus, Aaron Castle and Hugh Henderson, I'm AJ Reister. Hawkeyes get the win at home over Southern Utah. We will see you next time right here on Big Ten Plus.
presenting tonight's awards is a very special guest. Fans, please welcome the new Henry B. and Patricia B. Tippy, Director of Athletics, Beth Getz. Beth was formally announced just last week. To quote Coach Libby, "We are ecstatic that Beth has been named Iowa's newest athletic director. There is no better person to lead Iowa athletics. Beth brings great energy and shows her support to all programs. We couldn't be more excited for her continued leadership. Congratulations, Beth. We are extremely excited for this new era of Iowa athletics." Now for tonight's awards. The first award for Standout MVP for Southern Utah goes to Nia Randolph. And the Standout MVP award for the Iowa Hawkeyes, Kaya Vanny. Now let's recognize the winners in the individual events. In first place on vault with a score of 9.85 from Southern Utah, Kayla Pardue. In first place on bars, we have a three-way tie with scores of 9.85 from Southern Utah, Nia Randolph. From Southern Utah, Isabella Neff. From Iowa, Ava Volpe. With first place on the beam with a score of 9.9 from Iowa, Ilka Judd. In first place on floor with a score of 9.9 from Iowa, Bailey Libby. And in our all-around with a score of 39.325 from Southern Utah, Nia Randolph. Now the final team scores from our competition. In second place with a score of 195.425, the Southern Utah Flippenberg.